How the fox got his color.
狐狸是如何得到它的颜色的
Well, young lady, my grandmother said, with a very serious look on her face, as she pulled the bread out of the oven. Did you know the fox wasn't always red?
好吧，年轻的女士，我奶奶一边把面包从烤箱中拿出来，一边看上去有些严肃地说道：“你知道狐狸并不一直是红色的吗？”
Did you know the fox wasn't always red?
你知道狐狸并不一直是红色的吗？
I hopped up in a chair and got comfortable. As I shook my head, no. I knew grandmother was about to tell me another story.
我赶紧坐到椅子上，并且舒服地摇着头。我知道奶奶又要给我讲一个故事了。
Way back in long ago times, the fox was white. In fact, there are still a few white ones, grandmother said, as she seated herself beside me.
回到很早以前，狐狸是白色的，而且直到现在还有一些是白色的。奶奶说着，并坐到了我旁边。
But, she said, way back then, they were all white.
但是，她说道，在过去那时候，它们全是白的。
Then, one day, a little boy fox went out to play. His mother told him to be sure to keep his pretty white fur nice and clean.
后来有一天，一个小公狐狸出去玩，他妈妈告诉他一定要保持漂亮的白毛干干净净。
Now she knew, grandmother said, that he wouldn't, because we all know little boys are full of mischief.
他知道，奶奶说，他不可能保持，因为我们都知道小男孩们都太淘气了。
He decided he was going to see how many things he could go over, under, and through.
他决定要去看看有多少地方他可以穿过。
Well, the first thing he saw was a fence. It looked very tempting, grandmother told me, because the space between the wooden rails was pretty small.
好吧，他看到的第一个东西是一个栅栏，它看上去很有诱惑力。奶奶告诉我，木头栏杆间的缝隙非常小。
Grandmother giggled as she showed me how the little fox stretched out his neck to take off on the run.
奶奶咯咯地笑着告诉我，小狐狸只要伸出它的脖子就可以了。
He had his tail straight out, and just as he got to the fence, he tucked his little feet up close to his body and flew through the fence.
当他蹦到围栏时，他伸直了尾巴，把小脚丫儿和身体卷到了一起，并且钻了过去。
He was pretty proud of himself, grandmother said, because he didn't even bump his head.
他很为自己感到自豪，奶奶说道，因为他都没有碰到自己的头。
He was so excited that he jumped and ran and spun around in the grass and the flowers.
他是如此的兴奋，高兴地围着草地和花丛跳着跑着。
All of a sudden, he felt something bump his nose. He looked up just in time to see a butterfly flitting off.
突然，他觉得什么东西撞了他的鼻子。他抬起头，看到一只蝴蝶正在飞舞。
Pretty soon, his nose started to tickle, and achoo! He sneezed.
很快，他的鼻子就开始发痒了。接着，阿 Q， 他打了个喷嚏。
Well now, when he sneezed, Grandmother said, a spray of yellow dust, butterfly dust, flew all around his head.
这下可好，当他打喷嚏时，奶奶说道，黄色的蝴蝶的粉尘铺满了他的头。
Just at that moment, he lost his balance and tumbled, head over heels, down a little hillside.
接着他失去了平衡，一个跟头滚下了小山坡。
Grandmother giggled and said, "Kaboom!"
奶奶笑着说：“好家伙！”
He came to rest when his little backside bumped into a log.
当他停下来时，他的小屁股撞进一个原木里。
He sat there for a minute and shook his little head to clear it.
他坐在那里一会儿，摇了摇小脑袋，清醒过来。
As he looked around, he noticed the log was hollow.
当他环顾四周，他发现原木是空的。
Well, the little fox walked around it a bit.
小狐狸围着它一点点地转着。
He decided he would see if he could scoot all the way through to the other end.
他决定要看看他能不能钻到另一端。
So, Grandmother said, that's how we got the saying, quick as a fox.
所以，奶奶说道，这就是为什么我们常说快得像只狐狸。
The little guy just scampered right in there without a second thought.
小家伙想也不想就钻了进去。
He scooted and wiggled and squirmed all the way to the other end.
他努力地向另一端扭动着。
Then Grandmother laughed and said, when he came out, he was a mess.
接着奶奶笑着说，当他出来时真是一团糟啊。
This has been a Creationsbycrouch.com production.